All right, we're back. We're live. We're
Good to
back
be
live.
back. Are you
Delicate's here. What's going on, Delicate?
are you happy to be back?
Yeah, of course. I'm always happy to be here.
Me too.
I hate when we're not on our lives, if I'm being honest. And why would I lie?
Did you have a wonderful celebration of our nation's birthday? Our Independence Day?
Well, for me it was just no. I didn't have no.
Me neither.
But look, I mean, it's one of those things. It's weird. Patriotism is a weird drug, man.
Oh
Because
yeah, I know.
you got to look at things the way they are. You know.
Hmm.
I was thinking about this like a few months ago. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about Taylor Swift, Swifties, and MAGA, and like, what if somebody was a Swiftie and a MAGA, and like the dilemma. Like that's like a sitcom episode, right? Where
There probably are.
somebody brings,
It's got to be like a big tent, right? Like the Swifty group, because there's so many. They
yeah,
can't be a monolith. Impossible.
it's probably somebody who considers themselves a Swiftie, but they're really not. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like you can declare yourself a Swift. I'm a Swiftie, right?
If
You can
you're a
just,
fan of her
like you can just
music,
indoctrinate yourself, right?
yeah, I think Swifties are different than just like people who like her albums. I think you're called a Swiftie if you're like
Yeah, no, it's not just about her
really
music.
into the lore and you follow everything she does and everything she
Connected
writes.
deeply with her soul, I think, is probably what it
Yes.
is.
And so I feel like maybe those people aren't mega. I don't know. It's not like she writes explicitly like anarchist lyrics or anything, you know? So
Right.
who knows?
Exactly right. It's not as if she does.
She should. She should write explicitly anarchist lyrics if you ask me.
You do think so?
Yeah. I'd like to know what a Taylor Swift anarchy anthem would sound like.
Well, I mean, she's got some anarchy in her stuff, don't you think? I mean, I can't name them offhand, but Delicate sure can. But she's got like some, like, kick down the institution kind of
Hmm.
lyrics. And like, she can embody that anyway, that sentiment in different ways. She's good at that.
I wonder if she has more anarchist lyrics, more socialist lyrics, more communist lyrics. Can you imagine?
Communist lyrics.
We should do
That'd
that
be
should be my
awesome.
PhD dissertation. Trying to figure out like what Taylor Swift lyrics, which political economic structure Taylor Swift lyrics mostly support.
You know what's funny about that is like, we've had like people, like I've had people come to me and be like, they're like, what was the significance of Leonardo DiCaprio not looking into the mirror? Like, why did his character not? Every other character looked into the mirror. Why not Leo?
It is
And
very significant.
and they were like, really like wrapped up in it. And for us,
Yeah.
it
It
was
was like a happy accident, right?
yeah. For us, well, it was because for us
Yeah.
it was just like Derek is doing a confessional at the table when he
Oh yeah,
talks
yeah.
when he
But
talks
the
about.
but the real reason is that you guys filmed those on a day that DiCaprio wasn't there.
Well, we still
Correct?
could have filmed his alone because it's a single shot.
Right.
But yes, we did. And yes, if we only filmed DiCaprio, it would have been smart if we were going to do it. You would just schedule that shot, like that shot at the end of the day, and then continue the shots in the morning the next day, or in our case it was the next evening because we were shooting overnights.
Yeah, but I love that his character alone is like the one who's like you know, self-centered enough that he doesn't do any reflecting.
Yeah, it just worked out so good,
Yeah.
like in terms of the way it worked out structurally. But as a conscientious choice, it was that he was going to sort of be the only one to have this wildly confessional moment where it's the most revealing. Like I think of all the characters who sit around the table, I think Derek's character has the most revealing moment of them all.
Yeah.
While they all are obviously revealing themselves in so many different ways, and in some cases, wildly, it's his moment where he's like, where there's like, oh, raw like backstory.
Yeah, I love it. I don't know that you mentioned that you're talking about Don's Plum.
Talking about Dawn's Plum. It always comes back to Dawn's Plum, doesn't it?
So when did you guys make this decision, or did you discover it later, or was it a decision from the very beginning, or what?
Which one? To
That Derek didn't have a confessional in the
Yeah, we wrote
bathroom
it
mirror.
in while we were writing the movie before we shot it.
Oh, okay. You made that choice initially.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Deanne, what's up? I hope you're well. I hope you're doing okay, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hope you're all right. Good to see you. I hope that I don't. Is there? Do you guys have? You guys must have some sort of Independence Day, right? Like, don't all the free countries have them?
Let me look this up. It's interesting.
New Zealand's.
New
Are they
Zealand.
also? Is it always a summer thing too? Is that?
It wouldn't be always a summer thing. Besides, it's not summer down there.
Oh my God! No Trolls is here. What's happening? House is packed.
New Zealand Independence Day.
Yeah.
New Zealand does not have an official universally celebrated Independence Day like many
Oh.
other nations. Instead, the country observes, I can't pronounce this, Waitangi Day
Okay. Good
on
try.
February 6th, which marks the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi in 1840.
Oh.
Because
Yeah.
New Zealand gained sovereignty gradually rather than through a single revolution or declaration. Several dates are historically significant to the country's independence. And then there's this list that,
Yeah, it's also weird. Like from one country to the next, you know what I mean? Like Canada's is all weird and
Oh, as recently as 1907, they were marked. They were elevated from a colony to a self-governing entity within the British Empire. Those fuckers, the fucking British.
they're like
I mean, who am I to talk, right? I'm in the belly of the beast here in the U.S., but still.
well, no, well, yeah, but absolutely in no way has America conquered the way that Britain or Spain, I mean,
New Zealand finally obtained a constitution with the Constitution Act in 1986,
that's neat. I was 16 years old.
and that ended the
Holy
British
fuck.
Parliament's right to legislate for New Zealand.
Well, because I come from one of these lands. We
The British colony lands.
Yeah, like in Canada, we used to sing "God Save the Queen" before
So weird.
school started. We did our national anthem.
I know.
God Save the Queen.
I heard it at the World Cup, and they're saying "God Save the King." I'm like, those aren't the lyrics. You guys are screwing it up.
Yeah, they changed the lyrics, Dan.
They changed the lyrics.
It's going to be king for a while too, because it's his son's going to be.
There was an interim
Is the
though.
heir.
I wonder when the lyrics had to change. I wonder who's responsible for oh shit, quick! I need a scribe. Fetch me a scribe. Because she died, and then he wasn't immediately coronated, right? Is that what the word coronated? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the word.
It's just a word I heard before that sounds kind of right.
So the Emmy nominations came out.
Oh yeah, I have
And
this whole list here. This is I brought the list in case you wanted to talk about it. It's very exciting. The Super Bowl got Emmy nominated.
Oh, it
Super
did?
Bowl halftime show, Bad Bunny's halftime show.
Did it?
9 Emmy nominations, which seems deserved because that was fucking badass. The stage production. Did you know that? So he had all of these sugarcane fields that they'd just built in 10 minutes on the field at halftime.
Yeah.
Did you know that they're people in a costume? Every single one of the little stands of sugarcane is a person who got wrapped in sugarcane as a costume and walked out and stood.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know
It's
that.
just such an amazing achievement in set design, the Super Bowl halftime show. All that shit was trotted out, organized, set up on a grid perfectly in 5 seconds.
I enjoyed it. It was fun. I didn't understand a word of it. I liked it though. I liked it a lot. It was great. It was a good time.
Do you think when you become a fluent Spanish speaker, you're going to rewatch and finally appreciate the glory that was the...
I mean, now that you
Super
brought it
Bowl.
up, probably.
Okay, we saw several of these shows that were nominated.
The big headline for me is
The snubs.
what is it? Death by Lightning. That was my favorite show that I saw. I know there's a bunch of things on here nominated that I haven't seen, and so there's that. And it's cool, but Death by Lightning is an amazing show.
Death by Lightning was one of the best shows of last year. And I went on the Wikipedia page and there was, I think,
It got one
American Film
significant nomination.
sorry.
Two actually. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for speaking. I'm sorry for having the audacity to
you were
speak.
you were right to speak.
The American Film Institute, I guess, called it one of the top 5 shows of the year, which is weird because, like, why do they get a say?
Well, it's their opinion,
Yeah, no,
but
I
they
know.
have like they have an educated opinion, you could say, whatever. They're experienced critics, right?
Yeah, they got a writers award, but they've been like sweeping all the other award shows, like the Gotham TV Awards. Michael Shannon won his category for that.
It was the performance of Michael Shannon's career.
Yeah,
He was just, to me, stunning.
It made me wanna
I say
see-
that without necessarily seeing everything he's done, but I've seen everything that he's done that anyone's ever talked about.
yeah. I want to see. He was nominated for the George and Tammy
Except that.
show.
Yeah,
But
what's
the
that?
what's his name?
That's so the only thing that he might have been better in is that, because I haven't seen it yet.
Death by Lightning. Matthew McFadden
Yeah, that guy, come
as
on.
the villain was so incredible. He has been nominated all over the place. Not nominated for an Emmy.
Unbelievable.
I know.
He was brilliant.
It's a travesty.
Yeah.
The only one who was nominated was the only actor, I mean, is Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman, who was
He played
amazing.
Chester Arthur.
He's an amazing actor.
And
dude.
he was like in it, I guess, maybe some of the time, like supporting actor, I guess. But
No, he had a big role.
it's just crazy that Michael Shannon and Matthew McFadden weren't recognized.
Blown away.
But the writer was, which is good. And he's been sweeping all the other award shows, Critics' Choice and shit.
Yeah, well, the writing
think-
was just fucking outstanding.
Yep.
I thought the direction was amazing. I thought the sets were just.
If somebody was like, "Hey,
breathtakingly
you should watch this new
real.
show. It's really great. It's about the 20th U.S. president." Huh?
Yeah.
Sounds good, right?
Do you know who Andrew Garfield is? Not the cat. Not the cat.
Not the cat. No lasagna was harmed in the making of this show. I just would never be interested, but it was like one of the best shows that we've seen in a very long time.
Maybe that's why. Maybe they were like, "Ugh, I can't be bothered. Please stop with the political. You're trying to save us from ourselves. with
Oh,
our
the
former
Republic.
selves." Yeah. I loved it. It was absolutely epic in every way.
Also, snubs galore. We were super pissed that Murdaugh, Death in the Family, the Hulu series, was
Yeah.
not nominated for anything.
I cannot believe it. I'm shocked by
Because Jason Clarke, who played Alec Murdoch,
that. Murdoch.
yeah, he transformed, and it was shocking. The
It was
whole
fucking unbelievable.
it was really crazy. They should have at least been nominated for makeup because
Oh.
none of these characters looked like themselves.
I was leaning right off camera. I was like, where's Dale going? Like, hey, guys, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding
I
me.
didn't notice either. So that was his fucking snub. Jason
Yeah.
Clarke should have been sweeping.
I can't believe it. I love the guy. He's more like, I just couldn't believe how good he was, especially when you learn that he was doing accent work at the same time.
Yeah.
The role was extraordinarily like deep. The character was so deep. I mean, it was crazy. And he went all the way to the fucking bottom of this character, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked. I'm shocked. I'm in utter shock that he wasn't nominated, let alone, at least strong considerations for the others. Like the kids, particularly the kid who killed that other kid in the boat accident or whatever it was.
Yes, that is Buster Murdoch. who's
Buster's.
Buster is the elder,
Yeah, he's the elder
and
one.
he is played by Will Harrison.
Right.
The younger Murdoch, who's like a total disaster.
Yeah.
He is Johnny Birchtold. He did fucking amazing too.
Yeah, he did a great job. I mean, maybe not nominated or whatever, but anyway, that show's fucking killer.
Murdoch,
Oh, I shouldn't put it that way.
Death in the Family. Too soon? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe
It's
too
soon.
brutal. But that show is really great. I would highly recommend it. I have highly recommended it on this live in the past. Who else is here?
Fucking snubs.
Happiness in Your Life is here. This is great.
So great to see everybody.
Serrata.
Okay, so the Pitt,
Yes.
25 nominations.
25.
Yeah, major. Big deal.
I got to tell you, man, I love that show. I started out like really, really skeptical that it was going to be anything worth my time. And they nailed that show. And that format is killer.
I know. It kind of deserves all the technical awards too, like especially makeup and
For sure, dude.
set. I don't know.
Sure. Absolutely. They have to, like, a guy comes in I won't go there.
They have like open surgery
Yeah.
and it looks real. So
Yeah.
that's a huge achievement. And then Hacks, which is, I'm sure everybody who ever wants to be nominated for an Emmy in the comedy category is so glad that it was their last season because they're constantly sweeping. But apparently this year, Hacks is getting more Emmy nominations than any comedy series ever.
Really?
Yes, 24.
It's their final.
Yes, they had their final season, which I'm sure, because
Where does that play?
I don't know. I know that we can watch it, but we've got a bunch of these streaming services because we're junkies.
Well, most of them come from our
I think we should watch it.
Hacks
It's apparently
TV show, comedy drama
fantastic.
series. I want to see it. I like Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's on
Gene
it's on,
Smart.
HBO Max.
Gene Smart keeps winning Best Lead, so I'm sure all the other actors in the category are super stoked that she's going to be out until she gets her next job. Next in the order of the most nominated is Widow's Bay,
Oh wow!
which is so great because it's his very first season, and hopefully that means we're going to have many more. They got
think so.
19. And then Pluribus, which we all also loved. Beef, which we just started to see. That's the second season of Beef.
Yeah, we like it a lot. I mean, this one's a little slower. The second one, actually.
Yeah, right. The Beast in Me we just saw. That got 9 nominations.
Wow. What do you think of that? Do you agree that it should be that decorated? Say over a show like, Death by Lightning.
Well, I think it's dope that let me see. Let me see if I have this right. Matthew Rhys is his name, right?
Yeah.
RHY. Yeah, Matthew Rhys. He is nominated in 2 categories for acting because he was in a drama limited series, and he was also in Widow's Bay as a comedy.
Amazing.
So that's exciting.
He got nominated for.
He got nominated for The Beast in Me.
Yeah.
For Niall Jarvis, and then he's nominated in Widow's Bay.
Well, The Beast in Me was good enough. It's a little. Did we finish it?
Yes,
We did. Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Have you guys seen any of these shows? Do you guys know what we're talking about? What's this?
You're supposed to watch all of the shows that we review here, guys. It's like really easy homework assignments.
Oh yeah, so Deanne's talking about the Watangi Day. Waitangi.
Oh yeah. How do you guys
Waitangi.
celebrate this? I guess I could
It's
look it up.
Waitangi.
Waitangi?
Oh God, she's still in the hospital, Deanne.
That's not good.
What the fucking hell? There isn't many MAGA Swifties. Most are liberals because she is. Yeah, I know. I know for sure. It's gotta be like closeted Taylor Swift. That's another funny plot line, like some closeted Taylor Swift fan in like a super like right wing like MAGA household where literally like the interior of the house has Trump decor all over it.
Yeah. She's listening to like a Taylor Swift album, and he's like, "What are you listening to, babe?" And she's like, "Oh, just my classic country, like whatever
Christian pop band
Just
I'm starting to really dig.
Yeah, right.
It's a girl lead singer. I don't know what her name is.
Just praise songs, whatever they're called."
Yeah, praise music. I think that's right. I think that's what they call it, praise music. Where are we? Deanne said that the treaty is unique and our indigenous people are in a better position than Australia, where Aboriginals were considered flora and fauna. Oh. What? That was harsh. Yeah.
Oh
Flora and fauna. Wow.
I mean, it's just
There's
like
just no end to this. To the.
I mean,
fucking-
you can't even be surprised anymore because you're like, of course they fucking did.
It's just
course
so
they fucking did.
weird, man. It's just so weird. It's also just so weird to even think flora and fauna are like just part and parcel. Well, whatever. We don't need to get into that. Yeah, that's harsh, but yeah. Only the young, the man. You need to calm down. Changes are the only Swift political songs. Oh. Yeah. Well, there you go.
And the man, that's about like sexism, right?
It is about
If I were a man.
happiness in your life is here, by the way. Hello, happiness is your life.
Oh.
Say that again.
So good to see everybody.
Say that again.
You said that it was a political song, The Man. And
Yeah.
I guess so, but it's a little bit.
You need to calm down. And changes are the only swift political songs. Yeah, but she still has some anarchy and just her own, like, in her blood. Doesn't she feel a little bit like an anarchist in her blood? But I got to tell you, man, it's so weird that Brad Pitt was at her wedding and Blake Lively wasn't. And look, I'm not losing sleep on any of this shit. Every time I bring this up to Angela's like, why are you thinking about these people when you're in the fucking kitchen?
You don't have to care about whether they're still girlfriends anymore.
Well, here, you know what's funny about like your you know what you're not picking up is that I actually, like, I feel like I fought my ass off for Blake Lively, and not like at her behest by any means, but you know, I made an investment in her truth, to put it in a sort of more maybe understandable way, and so, and I also happen to have held, you know, Taylor Swift in very high regard, right? I mean, she's an amazing artist, and you know, she just seemed like the whole package, if you will, entertainer, person, etc. So, you know, I'm trying to figure out if there's something more to it than just like,
Why?
I can't believe you saw
Why are you
my
trying to figure it
text,
out?
because like,
Why are you trying to figure it out?
I could have been.
Why is it your business, and why is it your interest? You know, this is my thing. Is
Well,
like,
because I'm
you
trying
have-
to explain it. I can't. I'm surprised you don't pick it up.
I'm just trying to
saying-
protect your mental bandwidth, because I do believe that there is more important things that you could possibly be thinking about and spending time mulling over in your head.
Yeah, but my mental bandwidth regarding my mental bandwidth, I'm just having a conversation with myself about like, well, here's the conversation.
But you're
ultimately.
having the conversation that Melissa Nathan wants you to have.
No. Well, you know, listen, I don't really buy into that at this stage. You know, you could have said that to me during Amber Heard.
exactly what
but
she wants you to
say that
say.
to me now. You could say that to me during the Amber Heard trial, but you can't say that to me now.
You got that wrong.
Why?
Because it was relevant for this trial. It was relevant for this.
No, I know, but I'm aware of Melissa Nathan. I wasn't then. So when I was opining on Amber Heard, I was doing so wildly under the influence of Nathan and Friedman and all that fucking mess. So it's different. It's different. For me, what I'm talking about is like I believed in this woman's truth, and I was outspoken about it. It consumed many of my hours in terms of like my social media hours and so on and so forth. So like, you know, I was sort of deeply vested as far as I was concerned in terms of effort and thought, more so than I've ever done in my life for
I know,
anything
but
other than like a
there's a word
rainforest.
for that. They call it a parasocial relationship. You're not supposed to be invested in whether she has some issue with her friends.
Well, you're taking it out of context, because I'm not what I'm putting, the only thing I'm putting on that is that if Taylor Swift has, you know, turned her back on their relationship, then to me it's like, what does Taylor Swift know? What does she know that would cause that? Now, if it's something that's absolutely completely like pinpoint personal and doesn't like sort of, and like, you know, so for example, if it's because she, I don't know how to put it.
I understand that you're sensitive about this because you've been through this personally.
Well,
like
that's
that
not just it.
that you had friends who ditched you
Who deliberately destroyed my work and my career.
Right,
yes.
right. But you had other friends that were on the periphery of that chose not to support you in your time of need.
Almost everybody, including most of my family.
And so I get that this situation sort of mirrors what you felt that you went through, but I just don't understand why it's at all consuming any of your thought. Like, can you stop that? I don't need to hear your grumbles. Do you know what I mean?
And on the trombone.
Is she hearing? Do you hear something that she's hearing?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, like closed doors or something.
So anyway, look, hey, to the point. I'm I'm just, yeah, man. I'm just like, hey, what does Taylor Swift know? And like, did I get this wrong? Like, did I get this wrong? No, and here's what
Get what wrong?
the whole Blake Lively thing. And what I say about that is,
What do you
like,
mean you got her? Oh, so Baldoni didn't sexually harass
that's
her?
what I was trying to like immediately get in under. Otherwise, was like, I'm not saying that the facts have changed. What I'm saying is, did she take something too far? Was this more aggressive on her part than it was protective for her own part? What was like is the inside information on all this that it was nonsense? Because look, his comments, which we did see, in his behavior, which we did see,
His Baldoni's?
yeah, is to me, what, you don't want to talk about this?
I don't want to talk about. No, I don't. For days, I've been telling you, like, why are we discussing? Why are we thinking at all about fucking Taylor Swift and Blake Lively and whether they're still homies? Like, that's definitely their business and not our business, unless you feel like you've got a personal relationship with them, which would be crazy.
Obviously, that's not, I have nothing. Choose your friends. I'm not. I have no. Come on, that's ridiculous. I'm literally. I've just told you in detail. Like,
It's also like very
what it's
clear
about.
that it's like a show wedding. I don't believe for a second that she
it got
left
filmed.
out her closest friends from her actual wedding. Like, nobody's saying that that Taylor Swift's closest buddies from junior high and high school, who she's still friends with, weren't at the big wedding, right? Like, everybody's scrutinizing the guest list, and nobody's named any of those people. It's all fucking celebrities and executives, right? It's a fucking show wedding. She had all the Disney executives that she's been selling her concerts to, right? The streaming rights or whatever.
Yeah.
They were all there because they're trying to package this shit up as a fucking other marketable show.
Well, I just don't understand then why they're doing that, because like obviously their fans want to know.
Whose fans want to know?
Blake Lively's and or Taylor Swift's.
They're probably deliberately trying to stop the bleeding. And you are picking at a scab, right? Like,
No, I'm not.
I don't think that
We
you're
have
making
8
any
people.
difference in picking at the scab.
We have 8 people.
But
No offense.
no, I'm not saying.
We're so delighted to be here.
What I'm saying is, like, I can absolutely see making that choice, right?
Yeah.
My best friend is putting on a show wedding. I am a very controversial character. I'm going to fucking dip out and be like, you get it, right? And my best friend would be like, yeah, totally get it. Don't worry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's more likely the scenario that happened.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't think that's the case. I personally believe that there's something between them that is estranged. And
I
I'm
hope one
curious about it.
day you find the truth of your conspiracy theory.
It's not a conspiracy theory, first of all, and I don't know why you're so high and mighty on it. Like, maybe they aren't. It's not what you
I don't
think
feel
it is.
high and mighty. I just feel like it's an absolute waste of it. You're acting like a pawn for Melissa Nathan. She wants people to be talking about this for sure.
You can be so mean. I'm not a pawn to Melissa Nathan because I have a
I'm
curiosity.
not saying you're deliberately being one, but
That's
I'm saying like a
ridiculous.
lot of people can function as one because they're indulging in Melissa Nathan constructed stories, right? It doesn't mean that you're like trying to be. It means that you're accidentally one, but you're still participating nonetheless.
I don't believe I'm
It's like
accidentally anything.
people who who input their personal information into the chat GPT. They are teaching the system to surveil them more closely. They are honing the system's craft at surveillance of them. And they don't realize they're doing it, but they're being a pawn for the absolute worst fucking tech, oligarchy who's trying to fucking enslave us all. Right? It's the same thing.
You are stretching wildly right now.
This is true. That's right.
So I'm not like, anyway, look, I'm curious about it because I want to know if I got something wrong, because I would like all the information. Because, if there's something that I don't know that I should know, I've always said this about Don's Plum. What I've always said about Don's Plum is the one thing I don't know as it relates to Leo and what he thought is if he and RD ever had a conversation that I wasn't privy to. They were together multiple times when I wasn't around. including going to a lunch where, Leo took Artie out to console him after he and Heather McComb broke up.
Yeah, that's in the depositions. They went out for sushi with
And I have no idea what was said between he and Leo with regards to Don's Plum in that moment.
Were they with Baltazar Getty when they went? I can't remember. There was a third person that was there that RD mentioned to try and corroborate the story, because in the depositions, Leonardo DiCaprio refused to admit that he ever saw RD again. But like RD was like, yeah, you took me out for sushi because I was sad about a breakup. And DiCaprio like wouldn't admit it at the depositions because that was his play. He was like, no, I was so mad back then that I never spoke to them ever again. I hated them.
Well,
and it was totally false.
They didn't go out to sushi after Don's Plum blew up.
Yes. Yeah, according to RD, when he and his girlfriend broke up, that DiCaprio took him out for sushi with another person. I don't know if it was Baltazar Getty or if
Heather
it was
and
Lucas Haas,
RD
maybe.
broke up before Don's Plum came out.
Yes, but it was after Leo had told his lawyers that he had been lied to and was pissed about it, which was a lie. But in order to not lose a lawsuit with you guys, right?
Yeah.
I'm just telling everybody. I know you know the story.
Look at that.
So cool, babe.
Transhuman, baby. Let's go. I'm a guitar.
No, so you guys, so this producer of Don's Plum sued DiCaprio and Maguire, telling them, you can't fucking block the film. You guys are nuts. Like, this is obviously against all the rules, all the laws. And then Leo and Toby had to make up the story that they were lied to and deceived so terribly. After a certain date, they had to like figure out what the date was that they found out about your deception. And then they broke off all of your friendship and they were so pissed, right? But that wasn't actually true. It was their attempt to beat the lawsuit. I know you know this. I'm telling everybody else. So Leo had to tell in the deposition, he had to lie about all the things that happened after that date. When you told him, yeah, the film is a feature film, we're going to screen it for you, everything's going to be groovy. And he was like, yeah, cool, dope. Right? But
it wasn't like that, but okay.
Right. But he like lied about everything after because he is telling his lawyers and he's alleging in the lawsuit that he was so pissed and betrayed that he cut off all communication with you. So RD is telling the story about all the times that you guys hung out and were like completely close friends, like the time that he took him out for sushi because he just broke up.
Before the Tobey Maguire incident.
Yes.
But
it was after the apparent betrayal.
Yes.
Yes. After he found out that it was a feature film and that you guys were going forward with the editing in the feature film.
You have this all right. There was a point in time that Leo decided that he was going to put all his chips in the middle in his story.
He fucked up. But it was a fucking false story.
Yeah.
So he had to like rewrite history and make some big like offensive argument between him and his friends that made it not like that you guys were friends anymore. But you were continued to hang out, and a bunch of other people corroborated that part of the story.
By the way, that podcast came out. He never sent me a link or anything, and I forget what it's called, but the podcast came out with my interview.
Why don't you reach out?
It was, oh yeah, I guess I could.
Be like, yo,
I'm surprised he didn't be like, yo, and like a link, Like, I mean, did he diss on me? Like, ugh. That's it. Immediately I get nervous.
You're so paranoid.
No, I do immediately because I'm like, well, why wouldn't you tell me that I just gave you my interview?
It makes sense why you'd be paranoid because you've been so burned before.
Be like maybe his commentary is like, this off his ass.
Anyway, this fucking loser.
Fucking loser, midlife crisis loser.
I interviewed him for 2 hours. Anyway, here you go. Whatever.
Oh my God, the moaning. This guy. He almost cried once.
Did you?
No.
I bet you did.
I didn't.
You're such a softie.
I got swept up in the passion around the idea that that no one should get away with destroying art.
And it made you cry?
It didn't make me cry. No. Stop it.
Did you want to?
Cry?
Yeah.
On his podcast? No. Why would I want to cry on someone's podcast? I was embarrassed.
I would absolutely cry on somebody's podcast.
I was embarrassed that I cried on.
I've almost cried on this podcast.
Yeah, but you're not a man. If you were a man, you would understand why crying is bad.
Your Friends and Neighbors was nominated for Outstanding Drama Series.
Okay. That was. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I know.
For real?
I know, it's crazy.
Come on, that's just like, come on, man.
John Hamm didn't get a nomination though.
He's the only reason to watch the show.
I know.
He's fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic in the show.
Okay, we got
No,
outstanding.
Trolls is here. She might disagree with us. Concerned citizen said, "I hope she just went there and was disguised and nobody got to." That's hilarious.
Oh yeah,
Blake Lively.
Oh, that's
Doop,
so
doop,
great.
doop, doop.
She like wore a
She's
hoodie
like-
and one of those
no,
like
she has,
Timu
like-
masks with a face on it.
No, it's like what my screenplay story. They literally like brought in somebody with makeup and just turned her into like Lena Dunham times 2.
It's brilliant. Outstanding lead actress in a drama series.
Yeah,
I haven't seen any of these except for Rhea Seehorn for Pluribus.
yeah. What are the others though?
It's Carrie Coon for The Gilded Age.
I don't fucking Carrie Russell again. She's like first the American, now she's the diplomat.
Yeah, I know.
Is she ever going to be the
typecast.
traitor?
I guess she's
Will she ever
typecast.
be the traitor?
The only Emmy for The Testaments, which is the sequel of Handmaid's Tale, is for Chase Infinity. So she's now a Oscar nominee and an Emmy nominee, and she's like fucking 19 years old or something. Good for her.
She's killing it. She's at her peak.
Zendaya's nominated by only her one name.
Yeah. Well, that's just so fortunate she doesn't need another. You know what I mean? Makes signing very easy. And like when somebody calls out your name, well, you know who they're talking to. Because otherwise they would use the person's last name because they know you don't. And if they don't, then you'll show up too and have an argument.
Outstanding lead actor in a drama series.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would feel like really, really pumped if I got nominated for an Emmy or anything,
You would?
which is totally going to happen for this podcast, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to get nominated.
Yeah.
Gold Globe.
But if I was in the same category as Gary fucking Oldman,
Yeah.
I would be like, maybe I'll just skip it, guys. Like, come on.
Yeah.
There's no chance, right?
I would definitely consider everything just posing for pictures.
Yes.
I'm just posing for pictures. When I met Gary Oldman at the rehearsal dinner or whatever they do, you know, I'll fucking meet the guy and I'll be like, congratulations. The first thing out of my mouth, congratulations.
Congratulations on your Emmy win.
What are you talking about? On the win, on winning it all. Congrats. You know I've lost more than I've won. Yeah, they'll get it right this time.
They'll get it right this time. It's great. Noah Wiley for The Pitt.
He's probably going to win.
Rufus Sewell for The Diplomat.
His performance, Noah Wiley's performance in both seasons, is it 2? Mm-hmm. Of The Pitt, really just the highest level of streaming TV / you know,
Yeah.
because it's not a feature, obviously. So what is the category for that anyway?
Outstanding lead actor in a drama series.
Yeah, so for a drama series, I think that Noah Wiley is tough to beat.
I don't know these other people. Rufus Sewell for The Diplomat. I know Mark Ruffalo, but
I love Rufus Sewell.
I haven't seen Task. That's what it's the name of the show. Gary Oldman for Slow Horses and Sterling K. Brown for Paradise. I don't know those series. Outstanding supporting actress in a drama. There's Taylor Dearden and Fiona Dourif and Catherine. These are all from The Pitt. Catherine Lanasa, Sepida Maufi. I don't know how to say these names. Anyway, 4 nominees from The Pitt. They're all competing against each other. Allison Janney for The Diplomat. Julianne Nicholson for Paradise. And then Carolina Wydra for Pluribus, who I think maybe, I can't remember. It might be that brunette that's one of the Pluribus
What's her
changelings.
name? Let's fucking look it up.
She might be the changeling, you know?
Yeah, what's her name?
Carolina with a K. Carolina Wydra, Wydra.
Oh, she's the one who, you know, she's the real pretty.
The changeling.
Yeah,
No
Yes.
spoilers, guys.
she's great.
Anyway, I could keep going, but maybe this is...
I'm sorry to say real
Boring.
pretty, but she was stunning, actually. Fellbombing says that Blake probably knew and warned Taylor that inviting her
That's what I'm saying.
would be bad
Absolutely,
for her wedding,
for sure. It's like an agreement between the two of them.
And that
And they're
it-
both fine.
that their wedding didn't need to be a circus about their friendship.
Yeah.
Besides, she and Ryan were supporting a child at their sporting events, so all good. Yeah, I know they're good folk, or so it seems. The Baldoni dipshits are all over the moon over it, I'm sure. Yeah, of course they are. They're fucking... I don't know why people have such hardened hearts, man. It's frightening to me.
Widow's Bay.
Congrats to
Kate
them.
O'Flynn, who was the absolute scene
If you
stealer.
haven't seen Widow's Bay...
Kate O'Flynn got nominated for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series.
Yeah.
Along with Dale Dickey. Dale Dickey was the one that that did the presentation about the family tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's really great too.
She is.
But Kate O'Flynn should win this category, methinks, 100%. And then Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, Stephen Root is nominated for Widow's Bay too.
I just want to see all the competition, you know?
Yeah, me too.
I just want to watch it all. That's one thing I like about the award shows is that kind of motivates me to like go and see some shit, which I'm which is their purpose ultimately. It's entertaining for me though. Taylor wouldn't ditch a friend for whining. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think this is bigger than whining. Was bigger. Pardon me. I think that Blake Lively, I personally am kind of like, going through this whole, observation of her case via social media for, however long it lasted. And then ending it, ending the way it did was, it left me with a sense of, like I need closure.
Do you see what I mean? It's like a parasocial relationship. You feel like you're part of the breakup. You're worried there's a breakup because you're worried you're part of the breakup.
I'm not worried about them as much. Like for me, I'm just curious. Like, because if they did break up, then my curiosity isn't. I'm not worried about their friendship because that's none of my business anyway, and it never was. I'm just like, why? Because it can't be that Taylor Swift would be pissed because
Who gives a fuck?
she filed a lawsuit. Because
she
I keep saying
borrowed
this,
a sweater.
and you keep asking the same
She
question,
borrowed
so
a
I'm going to keep
sweater
giving you
and she got a
the same
stain
damn
on it.
answer. And the why is because I put my chips on Blake Lively.
What if she borrowed a sweater, got a stain on it, returned it without mentioning the stain?
Unforgivable.
Do you see what I mean?
Unforgivable.
Maybe it's something like
her
that.
favorite cardigan that she was keeping under her bed. Yeah.
That one. I brought some other stories. You want to hear some more stories? Do you want to change the fucking topic?
Delicates like Angela doesn't want to talk about it, but I do. Because I was getting roasted in my group chat, LOL. Hey, listen, whatever, man. It's not about like pop culture gossip. It's just whatever's going on. And I did a lot of talking about those people during that year. And Taylor Swift was dragged into it multiple times. And there would be multiple things that I would consider potentially, boundary crossing, like getting your text turned over, having that go out in public. That's shitty. That's uncomfortable. That's not fucking cool.
Yeah, but that certainly is not going to be blamed on her.
Well, so there's where that's where the whole like, well, what's going on? Which one of you are disappointing me right now? But it could be like you guys are all pointing out. It could be that it's that they're both actually being really cool. And she was like, dude, you go and do like, cause there's no doubt that they were already married before family and friends somewhere. And that was probably more like 100 and 200 people or whatever it was, the people from high school, the mom, the pop, the song and dance. And then they put this Madison Square Garden shindig together so all the stars could have a good time, get a bunch of publicity, and, she could kind of like, wave her magic wand on a bunch of celebrities who probably could always use a little boost in their public, to their public. So it's a boon, right? To get an invitation to the big wedding. Isn't it a boon?
I don't know, because it's filled with a bunch of like studio executives and shit.
Well, they're boomed.
It's just like a fucking other industry party. Like, is it a big deal to get invited to one of those, or does it just
Yeah.
mean you go to that same high school?
Yeah, no, I listen.
It's like an invitation to the prom. Like, it's just because you go to that high school. Like, that's pretty much what it was.
Leo's birthday. I'll tell them while you walk away. Leo's birthday was like that. Leo's birthday was like that. It was like if you got to go to his birthday, you were in. You were cool. You were it. You weren't it. But you were in it. If that makes any sense. Does that make sense? So, yeah, man. Of course it's gonna be. Can you hear slapping the bass?
I'm back.
Felbombing says, Felbombing's got a split, but Felbombing said,
What?
Felbombing says that he just lives with the knowledge that someday, somewhere, people like Flaw, Baldoni, Sarowitz, they'll all just step on Rake's karma.
Yeah.
They'll all step on Rake's period karma.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That would be fun. I would love to actually see that. Like if I was into AI, I would definitely make the video of them all stepping on rakes. Just for fell bombing.
Yeah.
Every time he showed up, I would just play one for him. Be like, hey, look what I got. And it's like Brian Friedman just getting thwacked. And then like afterwards, he's just sitting there and his nose is all crooked and bleeding. And he's like, put that rake there. And then somebody off camera said, you did. It's your rake, sir. Whatever. What else is on the thumbnail, Angela?
What else is on the thumbnail? I
Yeah.
have other stories that I don't think made it to your thumbnail.
Oh, is that
What you
true?
got? What's on your thumbnail?
You got the Emmys. Mm-hmm. Got the Brad Pitt. The one thing about her wedding that did shock me was Brad Pitt.
It's a bit controversial.
I was shocked by it. I was like, wow, okay, well, I guess that's who we believe then. It's similar to the way I feel about Scarlett Johansson's support of Woody Allen. and then while she's sitting there going, I openly support him and like openly defending him.
Yeah, she didn't have to say all that.
And then after that, notes to Jeffrey Epstein from Woody Allen, pictures of them together start getting released from the Epstein files. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel now about it?
You look pretty fucking stupid
The
is
guys-
what you do.
Fucking come on, bro. If it quacks like a duck,
Mm-hmm.
could
That's
be
what they
an
say.
actor who quacks like a duck. I don't know.
He does kind of quack like a duck, though, Woody Allen. Specifically
so?
him. Yes.
Kind of,
You know,
maybe.
a little obnoxious.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'd love to hear your stories. I don't know. Oh, I was checking I was like, what am I doing? I'm all fucking faded today.
I think it's the heat.
The heat is intense. Well, first of all, let's talk about the World Cup. The World Cup. Listen, man. I'm so glad the Americans lost. I really am.
So is everybody else.
This guy ruins everything, right? Like,
I know.
Donald Trump just touches something, he ruins it. It's so weird that people could know that about him and then want him for their leader.
Yeah, so apparently one of the American players got a red card, and then he called up like the fucking officials at FIFA and was like, hey,
Corruption.
cut it out. Take the red card off. And I
they
guess they
did.
fucking did.
And they did.
Was the guy playing? Because I thought
I
that
don't
maybe
know. I
like
think
the
he
American
did. I don't
team
know.
would be like, no, we're going to respect the fucking officiants,
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
we watched
regardless.
the game, and we were watching in Spanish, so we don't know if they talked about the guy who was supposed to be red carded.
We watch the games in a language we don't understand, so we can't really say.
Games are great though.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to watch
Super
the
entertaining.
quarterfinals and the semis and the final for sure. I'm going to watch it all. But I will say that I'm glad that the corruption failed. It's just so important, but it's sad that it's there. Like, FIFA has largely been considered by many as being the most corrupt sports organization in the world.
Yeah, they gave the president of the FIFA Peace Prize.
They made it just for him.
Yeah,
It's probably made of chocolate.
that's pretty
There's
corrupt.
like Big Macs inside of it. I wonder if anybody if he gets Big Mac things for Christmas. You know how like you give that guy, the guy in the family is like, oh, he likes snakes. So like every year he gets like rubber snakes, snake puzzles, a watch with snakes with hands on it. You know,
I am that family member. This happens to me.
you get it. You get all that shit.
When I was a kid, I had a passing interest in a cat once. I was like, ooh, cats, I love cats. Like, whatever. Like, every fucking kid likes pets and animals, right? But the next year, my parents fucking, like, gave me cat everything. Cat sheets, cat wallpaper, pictures of cats that I didn't fucking, like, random cats. Like, I would just like to look at a random other person's cat or something.
Yeah.
Wallpaper was cats. Fucking all of my clothes was cat. I was
Strange
just
people's cats.
so strange.
How about this cat for you? Jacqueline's here. What's up?
And as it was happening, I remember being like, guys, I'm not really that into cats. Like, what the fuck? And now I do. The same thing happens if I like just express any slight interest in anything. Like my mom will send me a comic strip. She takes pictures of her computer screen with her phone, and then she'll send me a comic strip from that day. It's like she reads a newspaper on her computer.
On her computer, yeah.
Yes.
Can't
it'll
believe
be like,
the technology.
It'll be like all pixelated and shit. It's so funny. I know.
There's the link
She's a
right
boomer.
above. There's probably a share button, like anywhere,
know.
like near there.
But if I'm like, oh, that's so funny, haha, then like she'll give me gifts about like whatever the fuck that was. Like I'm actually, like it's my whole personality now.
Yeah, I wonder if Donald Trump gets that. Like if he gets like, you know, McDonald's gifts,
I'm sure.
like
I'm sure.
Hamburglar.
No, we've seen this though. We've seen him be gifted like really bonkers things, like whatever.
Right.
Just get him fucking.
he's a billionaire. Like
all you have to
gotta
do
get
is just get him whatever fucking garbage, and then like cover it in gold spray paint, and he'll be like, ooh, because he's basically Liberace with a fucking malignant narcissism problem.
Well, yeah, and a criminal record.
Yeah.
Where did that go? Where did that come from?
I have no idea.
Just went on a spree.
Would you like to hear from the chat?
Serrata says, Pitt really bothers me. Oh, yeah, Pitt. Yeah. I knew he was on new heights, so the guys may have felt like obligated to put quid pro quo him. I was thinking that as well. It must be coming from Travis's side. But either way, like, it's just a bad move. Like, that guy's... Listen, man.
That's really interesting. So I know that I don't know a lot about how Hollywood works, but I have noticed that a lot of the, like, if one agent reps a bunch of the same people, they'll get them all together on a project. So it's possible that, like,
They call it packaging.
Yes, it's possible that, like, if Travis Kelce is, no, is that his name? Yeah, Travis Kelce is being repped by a certain Hollywood agent, then the Hollywood agent will be like, oh, well, let me just get all of my fucking biggest names that I represent in my agency at the fucking wedding, get them all invites. It might be that.
Right.
And that might be exactly why he was on the podcast too, because these agents will just double dip all the time. They'll be like, oh, let me just like set up whatever show and then put all of my clients on the same show so I get paid by every one of them.
They do that all the time, but I don't know that like she's gonna. I mean, I'm pretty sure they control the list, not their agents or their publicists.
You think that they control the list of 1,000 fucking people? You don't think they outsource that at all? I mean, like, I doubt it. Come on.
Well, you're it's plus ones.
They're probably just like,
so there's plus ones and plus twos and so on. So they probably had their hand in, but Brad Pitt's not a plus one.
they probably picked 50 people and then she was like, hey, Tree Payne, my publicist, why don't you just fucking figure it out? You know?
I think doing 300 people is easy to do, and that's probably the number. It's probably like in the 300 range, and then plus ones, plus twos, plus threes. And yeah, I'm sure there's like a certain number of them set aside with the agents and stuff, and be like, like whatever. But Taylor Swift doesn't need anybody's anything. Like she really doesn't. I mean, she's the most independent thing ever in terms of her power. She moves like the needle. Like there are a few people that do that. George Takei, surprisingly, was one of them who could do that. Like when, or, not to the extent that Taylor Swift does, but still really massively. I was personally witness to it. And Oprah Winfrey used to be able to do it. I don't know if she still does or not. These people who can just like fucking, yeah, I mean, they can just fucking get people to buy anything almost.
Mm-hmm. You were talking about Brad Pitt going to the wedding.
I was, yeah.
Delicate said that one of Taylor Swift's cats is named Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
But that, she's such a reader. That could just be Benjamin. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button is an F. Scott Fitzgerald short story.
Yeah, no, it's a beloved short story for sure.
So it could just be.
She may have had that read to her.
Right. It could just be a reference to the book and not Brad Pitt playing him in a movie.
It's also a cute name, so it could come from that. She could
like if you have a cat that's like forever young. Maybe.
Yeah.
Looks like a kitten.
Forever young. God, I did that so terribly.
It's recorded forever.
There are no I will embarrass myself under any circumstances. Almost all circumstances.
Well, I have some true crime stuff to talk about.
Let's hear
Did
it.
we talk about everything on your thumbnail today?
I still haven't checked the fucking thumbnail.
Get your head in the game, Dale.
It's such a process I got to go through. Who loves? Why is? That's. Never mind. Content. Lives. Emmy snubs. World Cup corruption.
Oh, check. We got that one.
Brad Pitt at Taylor's wedding.
We got that one.
But not Blake Lively. Please explain.
What a scandal.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to hear about pain and misery in our true crime segment? Sure you do.
Yeah. Oh, look, we got $4.20 a couple of days ago.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's like the time of my birth, 420. It's also the time to spark it. Tell me what you got. Hit me.
There is a very interesting case out of Florida. This kid, Nolan Wells, went missing. Okay, here's the story. 4 high school kids. They're like 17, 18 years old.
Right.
They go for a 4th of July trip on a boat. And they go to Horn Island. I don't know where this is. I guess it's Florida. Whatever. And only 3 of the 4 boys travel back.
That's not good.
They're all friends.
You want all the boys to travel back.
Yeah, they're all friends, but apparently the story told by the 3 boys who returned with the missing boy's cell phone to return to his parents. They were like, "Here's his cell phone." Okay, weird. So their story is that
it sounds like something like people who didn't do anything wrong would do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And they all take a bunch of pictures there, but I don't know if they've taken a bunch of pictures back because now that it's a huge controversy with this missing boy, they've all deleted their social media. So we don't know what pictures they took on the way back. But if they're still having as much of a party time.
Yeah, but the investigators will have access to
Yes,
that.
that's true. But if they were still in like the party spirit on the way back, then it makes me think more that they literally don't know what happened to their friend. So anyway, their story is that the 3 boys who returned without their friend, they said that they went to this island, they were drinking, having a good time. It was like 4th of July party where you get off the boat and then you're like swimming in the shallow waters and then you get back on the boat and everybody does a ton of drinking and whatever. It's like, I don't know if there's any like supervisory, like adult supervision or anything, but they said that he was talking to this girl, Katie, and they were like, oh, okay, well, we're just going to head back, but he's good. Like he said, yeah, I'm just going to like hang out with this girl, Katie, instead. And they're like, okay, cool. So they headed back. That's what the story of the 3 boys are all saying this story.
He's going to,
that the missing boy, Nolan Wells is his name.
Hang out with Katie.
That Nolan was hanging out with Katie and when everybody else left without him.
Okay.
Katie has been interviewed. She said, yeah, I was hanging out with Nolan and then I left and he was like, okay, cool, catch you later. And then he departed, but she didn't see, she went back on her boat and didn't look back to see like where he was headed or anything. She didn't think that she needed to. So she left without him. And so nobody knows where he is.
It wasn't like the sort of obligatory look back.
The look back, yeah, right. So he went missing for 2 days. Nobody found him. And then on the 2nd day of the search, they found his body.
Oh, they did.
Nolan Wells is deceased. Everybody is thinking the worst this is a huge national story because of the 4 friends, the 3 boys that returned are white and Nolan is black.
Oh, fuck.
So everybody's saying that maybe there was some sort of like
racism involved.
I don't know. Who knows, man? but it's not the first time in history
That sounds highly
the
unlikely.
singular black friend has been singled out for harm, right? This has actually happened several times. People are citing the previous cases.
Of course, it's happened.
Yeah.
Of course, it's hideous history.
Anyway, so there's also a lot of
It
people
doesn't mean
online.
that that's what happened here.
No, I know. So they're doing an independent autopsy. They're trying to figure out what his cause of death was and if he suffered any wounds. There's some people who said that they saw that there was like a fight between the groups of boys who obviously the person who witnessed this didn't know who they were, so they didn't know how to identify them. But in retrospect with this case, they were like, here's footage that we took from our boat so you can see this group of friends. The footage doesn't show any fighting, but the person is alleging that he started filming after there was fighting. But apparently everybody's fine. And what's fighting and what's laughter is hard to tell. Another person I thought was really interesting, he said, listen, I work in places like this where a bunch of these like boats get dropped off and everybody gets really fucking wasted and then they go back. Like this is a very common thing for like spring break and 4th of July and all of these weekend holidays. He's like, it's
an industry basically, right?
It is extremely common for people to end up really, really messed up, like in a health crisis, because they'll spend all day drinking in the sun. They won't drink any water. They get heat stroke and they end up in distress in the water or on the beach someplace. He's like, it is very possible that this kid died literally just because he didn't drink enough water that day in like a 95-degree day where they're all like drinking beer and hanging out in the open water.
Yeah, heat stroke and then...
Yeah, so they don't know what happened to him yet. But anyway, this is nobody has released his autopsy or cause of death yet, and it's being investigated. But the plot thickens because one of the boys that returned, his mother is a judge.
Oh.
And so, of course, everybody's thinking because America is so scandalous.
Yeah.
That they're like, okay, obviously it's a cover-up. They've all lawyered up, which everyone is trying to turn into some sort of nefarious meaning, but obviously you would lawyer up.
Immediately.
I would lawyer up if I was innocent. I would lawyer up immediately.
There's a body and they need to hold somebody accountable to it.
I would be
somebody or something.
The cops love to say that when you get a lawyer straight away and you stop cooperating with the police, that means some sort of guilt, but it's not fucking true. That's just what people do when their parent is a judge. They would be advised to do that.
It is the proper thing to do.
Yeah.
You should not answer anybody's questions because you have no idea what they're trying to do.
That's right.
We saw in the Richens trial, we saw them using interviews, unrepresented interviews, to build narratives that I don't believe are true narratives about that murder or about that death.
Yeah,
rather.
I agree with you.
So
we'll see what happens with this
one.
one.
We got to see the cops actually doing it. We've seen that before if you watch true crime like we do. You see it all the time. You see like cops putting words in their mouths.
No, they straight up lie.
And then
everything all the time.
The witness eventually like ends up repeating in some form or fashion what the cop's been trying to implant in them the entire time.
Yeah, well, especially if you're talking about 17 and 18-year-old boys. And I got it wrong. It's not Florida, it's Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
But if you're talking about teenagers, 100% would I forbid my teenager from going and being fucking interrogated by the cops. Like, no way are you going to try to manipulate my kid, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's a black boy's death.
Yeah.
So you've got like this black kid dying and 3 white potential suspects.
Yeah, so here's the thing is like these kids could be completely innocent.
Yeah.
Like genuinely not know what happened to their friend when they left him behind, which should have been fine. Irresponsible, yes, but not a crime, right? Or they could be trying to cover up a crime. We don't know. But I think what's horrible about this story is that everybody's going to think that either way that it goes, if the kids are found innocent, they're going to say that that's a cover up of a crime. If the kids are found to be suspiciously guilty or something, they're going to say that that is, no, wait, I screwed up. But there's like, it's such a fraught situation because nobody expects that a black family in Mississippi is going to get justice with 3 white boys involved in a crime. Whether they're innocent or guilty, they're going to think the same thing.
Yeah, well, I think if the autopsy comes back that he drowned and there's no signs of struggle.
Yeah, because these are strong kids. Like he's a football player.
You're right.
He was, I can't remember what position.
Doesn't matter, right? Because
he's a really tall, muscular kid.
Like, even if you're a kicker, you're in shape.
There's no way that he would be overpowered and murdered by his friends without some sort of physical evidence because
it's going to be on the
put
body.
Up a fight.
It'll be on the body.
Yeah.
And if it's not on the body, then it's an accident.
Horrible. Anyway, So there's one story I'm going to continue to try and follow.
Yeah,
whatever
that's
happens.
scary for some people involved. And obviously, you're also dealing with the trauma. I had trauma go down. July 4th was the eclipse, or sorry, the conjunction, the Mars-Uranus conjunction.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a family member die on that conjunction, suddenly and unexpectedly.
Was it the 4th of July?
Yeah. Suddenly and unexpectedly, he fell down, hit his head, and died.
Oh, that's like
His
that happened to Bob Saget, right?
mid-50s. One of my closest friends. One of my
It's just
like
so
I grew
scary.
up with him. I haven't talked to him, and we talked to him. I talked to him once and forever. He, but I loved him, and I grew up with him. I have a lot of cousins. I have like 40 plus cousins, 48 cousins, something like that. So there was only about like maybe 20 of them that I had like a reasonably close relationship with. Those are the ones that would come visit, and we'd go visit them, and that kind of thing. There were a lot of cousins I didn't see a lot of. It's a lot of big family. If I can keep up with 40 plus cousins.
What's his name?
Jeffrey Estro.
So long, Jeff.
So yeah, that was
it's so scary that you could just hit your head and have it be an injury that you don't really recognize as serious.
I mean, he's a relatively healthy guy. He just lost his balance. I don't know if he was drinking or not. I haven't heard about that.
That's what they're saying might have happened to this kid, is that he may have passed out, and then when there was nobody around to help him, you could die out there.
When did this kid die?
They don't know. He went missing for 2 days, and they're doing the autopsy. They're probably going to determine his cause of death and the time of death. Huh?
When did he go missing?
He went missing on the 4th of July.
Crazy.
I know.
That's crazy. What an absolutely bizarre thing to have to go through as a survivor of that, especially if it's an accident. If it's not an accident, then you're a murderer, and it is what it is. But if it's an accident, like, wow.
But they're just boating with a ton of other people. I mean, even you see this person's footage where they were like, they just like panned. And then you could see like in part of the panned video that there's like a group of 4 tall boys standing in the shallow water, There's like a ton of people around. I don't know at what point a crime could have been committed, without a ton of witnesses, Anyway.
Delicate had a family member, a grandparent, die in their 60s from falling down a flight of stairs carrying a load of laundry.
That's horrible.
Fucking hell. It's just so weird how suddenly it all ends. It's just boom, It's a wrap. Lights are out, buddy. No communication.
That's so grim.
Yeah, well, it can be. It is. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's why you got to they say you got to live every moment like it's your fucking last, because you never know if a staircase is in your future, or a bad car accident, or, a fucking cracker with some rare mold on it. I don't know.
So what? What was the last
thing?
A
cracker with some rare mold. Oh, that looks good. Why is that? What is that fuzzy part? Okay. All right.
Okay, I have another true crime story that's developing here in the U.S. They are calling it the most horrific house of horrors. The worst case of neglect and abuse that these investigators have ever seen. They're saying it's the worst in the United States history. Happened.
What was it? Well,
you haven't heard about this?
No. What is it?
They're calling it the Ohio House of Horrors case, is what it's being referred to online.
Oh, wait, I think I do know what this is.
Yeah, okay, so check this out. So, first of all, Ohio is fucking...
No kids?
No, a shit ton of kids.
Yeah.
Ohio is fucking scary. So, I don't know if you guys remember the Ariel Castro kidnapping case where he...
Oh, yeah, this was nuts.
This happened in Ohio. It wasn't the same town, but it was like, Ohio's fucking scary. They've got all these, like, cryptids and shit in Ohio, like ghosts and fucking goblins and stuff. Is Ohio where they have the... Is Ohio the Mothman? Is that Ohio? No, that's West Virginia.
West Virginia, right?
Whatever. Okay, so this case,
yeah,
they're just starting to investigate. I don't know how they tipped them off, but investigators came to check on this house that apparently was holding captive 16 children in a single 10 by 10 room.
16
children
in a 10 by 10 room.
Yeah. And the adults in the house were these 2 older couple.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
man.
this two older
People are
couple
fucked up.
and this the two people that are the younger couple. They are the Siders family. Gary Siders Jr., Christina Siders, Gary Siders Sr., and Elizabeth Siders. It's all one family. So grandparents, parents, and 16 children.
All living in the same house.
They're now facing a combined 68 felony child endangerment charges after authorities raided their Hamden, Ohio residence on Tuesday morning. So what they found, it was I guess they had investigators executed a search warrant because there were allegations of domestic abuse and child neglect inside. They found 16 children living in conditions that the Ohio Attorney General office later described as unimaginable. Now, what's weird about this is that it seems as though the young mother in the case, is also a victim herself because, check this out, these children are all hers. 16 children. She gave birth to her first child at 13 years old. And so nobody who's got a brain is looking at this woman who has given birth to 16 children, including two twin children who died. So that she has had 4 sets of twins and all these other children since she was 13 years old, almost every single year. So she's in her 30s now.
Oh my God.
And so these kids, they finally released the birthdays of these kids. There is an 18-year-old, a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 13, 11, 10, 8, 6, 5, 2 4-year-olds, 2 2-year-olds, and 2 1-year-olds.
So those are twins?
Those are all twins. 4 sets of twins in a row. 2 twins died at the hospital. So at least she's giving birth at the hospital sometimes. But everybody's like, okay, she shouldn't be in cuffs. They showed her picture.
Shouldn't be in cuffs?
No, they showed her picture where she's in her orange jumpsuit at her court hearing, and she has very obvious ligature marks on her arms. This woman is a captive, and she has been she's
bred.
A breeding mother.
Oh my
Isn't it
God.
fucking crazy? And that means the dates of some of these children's birthdays. I mean, I'm not going to read them all to you, but she was pregnant immediately after giving birth almost all the time. Like she never was given a chance to heal, even after twins. It's really fucked up.
So this guy.
So the fact that she is appearing in court and not being treated as a victim is like appalling to everybody, because obviously she's a victim. I mean,
this story is crazy.
This is crazy.
What is the name of this person?
It is just Ohio House of Horrors, but they are the Siders family. Christina Siders is the mother victim. She apparently was married at the age of 15.
S-I-D? S-I-D?
S-I-D-E-R-S.
S-I-D. Yeah.
So all of these 16 children, and they're saying like...
What's her first name?
Christina.
Christina Siders?
Yes, S-I-D-E-R-S. And she's this poor lady. So a lot of people are wondering whether some of the children whether she's actually the grandmother to some of these children. Because it's hard to believe that she was the only woman in the house that was being victimized in this way.
These are the scariest people.
Yes.
I have ever seen.
I know. Grandpa Siders, Gary Siders
This
Sr.
is the worst horror movie. Like the most, oh my God.
I know. But apparently they were being held captive in this room. And every single one of these children needed like immediate medical attention.
Did they vote? This is crazy.
There's neighbors who said that they lived there for 5 years and they never knew there was a single child in the house. They've never seen any evidence of children in that house, which means that every single one of these kids has been completely held captive for most of their entire lives.
These are the people I'm showing everyone. These people. Look at these people. Those are real people. Like that's not somebody's horror movie. Those aren't like first images from Egger's new film.
Yeah.
This is holy shit, Angela. What a crazy story. She looks
crazy.
amazing. The daughter?
Yeah, well, so she's in her 30s and people are like, wow, she looks so young. And everyone's like, she probably hasn't seen the sunlight since she was a fucking preteen. Like she's probably been held captive in fucking chains or whatever. She has like very dark bruises that are in bands across her arm that you can see in the in the court photos. Anyway, super sad, super scary story.
Insane story.
So they rescued those kids, right? That's fucking great news. Who knows the state of them? The eldest, 18 years old. Some people were asking, what is the story with this eldest, and is she a mother herself to any of these children? The investigators said that they're trying very, very carefully to extract information from the captives, from these captive children.
Yeah.
But they said that the eldest, the 18-year-old, she couldn't even spell her own name. She
Right.
knew her name, but she couldn't spell it. Like, that's the level of neglect that these kids have been
Well, I don't
raised
think if you can't teach somebody to do something you can't.
It's crazy.
Illiteracy is definitely
Never had an education. Doesn't know how to read.
yeah,
Can't spell.
That's fucked up. That's so sad.
Yep.
I mean, that's just such terrible damage. I feel so bad for those kids.
Each defendant entered a not guilty plea, and they remain jailed. A judge set $300,000 cash bond for each of them. According to the arraignment entries on the docket, the defendants were ordered to obey all laws, appear for all court hearings, submit to fingerprinting and DNA collected and if released. I'm really very curious about whether all the kids are this one woman's children or whether she's the grandmother.
And what are you thinking? Like he's banging the kids?
I can't imagine that something like this could happen in a house and not have it just be like a complete abuse fest. Like a total, they obviously don't adhere to any rules. I mean, she was 13 years old when she bore her first child and they never stopped. She was never rescued. So yeah, why would she be the only victim?
Oh my God. I'm just speechless because I've come from some rough stuff. Like I've seen some rough things, but that is just so next level.
What's really weird is that they're releasing, not they, but a bunch of people are making videos that are basically like mashing up other footage from other rescues.
Yeah.
Nobody has seen what actually went on. Like nobody's seen the scene of the crime in this Ohio house. So if you guys see footage online, a lot of like TikTok videos will be showing other rescues, like footage that I recognize from other cases that we followed before, where like, they show children being rescued from like underground, or like they'll show a lady who was being held captive in a storage room or something. That isn't footage from this case. So it's just another way in which this fucking like the internet has just made it impossible to tell what's true and what isn't,
Yeah.
But there's no released body cam footage or anything like that from the rescue.
What's true and what isn't?
What's weird is that there was 4 sets of twins. Like, if you have a bunch of children, do you ultimately, like, does your body glitch and you just start making twins?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I've never heard of that before.
I don't know. I mean, it could be, maybe it has something to do with him. Maybe he's highly fertile. I don't know what that is, dude. That's the scariest story. That is just the most hideous thing in the world. I can't even believe that happened. Obviously, I'm just mortified for those kids.
Yeah.
All of them. What a fucking...
Her
it
family...
just sucks, because if you get like, I'm not going to lie. Like I've spent, more time than I ever should have, wishing I had better, situations, like Billy Strings is like, he's just brilliant. He's just this brilliant guitarist. And then you find out that he was born into music and that his dad was a bluegrass guitar player, and he grew up listening to his dad play and sing in bands.
Yeah, and like this
and it's it's just such a prime example of what happens when you're born into something good.
Yeah, like this superstar athlete. What's that guy? Hegland?
Oh, the Norway guy?
Yeah. Norway player. What's his name?
I don't know. He's got
Tormod or something.
He's got 2 last names. Norway.
He is I think his mother is a competitive athlete. I think she did like
Holland.
Is it Holland?
Holland.
What's his first name?
Haaland.
Yeah, Erling Haaland.
Erling Haaland. This guy is just he's just so gifted. There's that video of him like he looks like he's going on like the way I used to walk to the store in the winter in Winnipeg. You're like, I'm out of cigarettes. I got to walk to the store.
He just like strolls around on the
Just
field.
like, kind of slouched over, kind of doing like his best Bigfoot, across the center of the pitch, gets into scoring position, comes completely alive.
Yes.
And does this incredible header in for.
But you were talking about
Norway.
Billy Strings, how he was born into a musical family, and how he's a.
But this guy you're talking about, he's born into an athletic family.
Yes. So he will wear Brout is his mother's name. He'll wear that on his jersey a lot because his mother inspired him so much. She's a national champion heptathlete.
Yeah.
Heptathlete, I guess,
Yeah.
is how they call it. Anyway, she's a competing at the top level in Norwegian track and field. So he was born into a family that like totally trained him to be like an incredible athlete. Like no
He was
problem.
born into exercise. He was born into
born in the sauce.
athleticism. Born in the sauce. It's amazing actually because like people who were born into tough situations, man, it's a crater to crawl out of, man. Like it's a really difficult thing to get out of that situation. It's a lot of why if you don't have good politics, people just fall through the cracks all over the place. And this is where I think countries like, Norway and Denmark and New Zealand and, probably not imperfect though they are, they're better at catching the ones falling through the cracks,
Mm-hmm.
But America is one of those countries like Americans are generally speaking, they're just like hypnotized, workers, they're just hypnotized workers, which is why we have things like actual, like people making less than $4 an hour in the service industry and, and a tip culture that has just got the rest of the world baffled. Nobody knows what to do about it. They come to America, they're like, everything's way more than you think.
Yeah, right.
Because in America, you're supposed to give your actual clothing if you don't have the money. It's insane.
I have another story that doesn't involve pain.
Okay, yeah, I like painless ones. I don't have any fun sciencey ones today for some reason.
Well, that's what I have for you today.
Okay, great.
Okay, so this is a really cool story that I saw this in The Guardian. This is a study they presented at the Society for Experimental Biology conference in Florence. A team working between Uganda and Wales. Okay, it's like a Welsh team, but they went to Uganda.
Right.
And they're trying to deal with the problem of, DEET, the chemical that's like a acronym for.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, it's.
I can't pronounce it. And diethyl methyl toluamide or whatever, DEET, DEET.
It's bad.
It's a mosquito repellent.
Right.
And it works, okay, to repel mosquitoes. But the problem is that in this, they did this trial in Uganda where there's all these horrible mosquito-borne illnesses, right?
Yeah, like malaria.
Yeah. So they were like, well, the problem is that we can't get these people enough like spray bottles of DEET, and when you do use it, you have to keep reapplying it all the time to make it effective, and we end up with like all of this this waste, or it's either wasteful or it's ineffective, and it costs a ton of money. So let's figure out a way for the people in Uganda to produce something themselves with what they have that is as effective as this chemical that we also know works to repel mosquitoes. And they found it.
Oh.
Catnip oil.
Really?
Yes.
Works.
Yes. Catnip oil is as effective as DEET in repelling mosquitoes. And it's an oil that they can produce themselves, that they can grow the catnip, they can extract the oil, they can bottle it themselves, they can sell it amongst their community and everywhere else. And it's a complete solution to the problem. Isn't that amazing? Homegrown catnip lotion has proven just as effective as DEET as a mosquito repellent in trials carried out in Uganda.
That's crazy.
It's a common herb from the mint family. The chemical in the plant that causes feline euphoria, which is called nepetalactone, also
really high. It's
has insect repelling properties, but this has not previously been commercialized.
So fuck that. Like I used to begrudge cats. I used to be like, how come your weed is illegal in my, when it's still illegal where
It
I am.
really
But,
doesn't make any sense.
yeah. Why do cats get to get high?
Diseases spread by mosquitoes. In fact, 282 million people a year kill 610,000 people in 2024 alone.
Yeah. It's
The majority of them young children.
Yeah, it's
This
the
is a
number one killer.
fucking massive breakthrough.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Dr. Simon Schofield, the senior lecturer at Cardiff University, said, we found that 6% catnip oil was just as effective as DEET, and the 2% catnip oil was only marginally less effective than that. So they can even produce it poorly, and it still works.
Right.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
DEET is out of the price bracket for most rural Ugandan subsistence farmers, so buying commercially available mosquito repellents is just not practical. We wanted to make a repellent which was highly
Effective.
effective.
There you go.
Efficacious is what he says.
Does he
of
say
course.
efficacious?
Yes, efficacious.
Highly efficacious.
But also allows local people to be involved in the production cycle so that it costs a minimal amount of money. Isn't that neat?
Efficacious.
They did it.
Would like to go out for a brandy? Highly efficacious brandy.
But they conducted the rest of the articles about all the research they conducted and how it continued to be extremely effective in all the different various ways that they tried to apply it and all the different locations. Like, go to the riverside where all the fucking mosquitoes are, still as effective. The research also established that the lotion could be made locally by a community enterprise. So far, it's been distributed for free because they have grant funding for that. But the next phase of the project will see production increased and the lotion sold to create a sustainable income for the workers in the place where it's being
Right, they
used.
can produce it
Isn't that amazing?
so they can like get paid to protect themselves and their communities. Mm-hmm. I like it.
It's a win.
That's brilliant, man. Amazing. I love it. I'm telling you, like, I don't know what's going on because, like, I feel like lifespans are shrinking. I feel like people are dying everywhere. Like, I can't even tell you how crazy it is. Like, I told you about Dana Young. He passed. He was 50. Former friend of mine. My cousin just died. He was 56 or 57. Like, what the fuck? And like this is happening a lot. My buddy's buddy, he just died. And some of these people are taking their own lives or whatever, but it's still like wild. It's crazy.
Do you think it's just your age?
But yet, what I'm saying is that there's
these
all
are the
this
drop dead years, right? Isn't that what
these are
Bill
the
Burr
drop dead
said?
years according to Bill Burr. But what's crazy is that like there's all these like major breakthroughs happening constantly in medicine. Mm-hmm. Like major breakthroughs. I guess it's Z. They're gonna get it.
Z?
Gen Z.
Gen Z is going to get it? What do you mean?
All the good stuff. All the fucking here. Take this. You're good. You're good. You're basically gonna live
You know
forever.
what's remarkable though is that we're still waiting on the boomers to transfer power, and they won't fucking.
You know what
They
they're going to end up doing
won't
is
die.
they're going to end up making us immortal, like humanity immortal. Yeah. But then they're going to have to end up like because it's not sustainable, right?
Immortality?
So, immortality is not a sustainable thing, right? You can't have immortality and expect the planet to handle that if you want to have families. So that means that they're going to have to like have select culling, right?
Oh yeah, they've made a bunch of dystopian movies about that.
Sure, of course. And then you have so now you're going to be in a situation where you have to be like, you're going to be selected. You're going to know you're going to die.
Your numbers come up,
And
kid.
like life is good, man. You're disease free. You got lots of money, deeply in love, got a family. Things are going great. But it's time to die.
But they picked your number. Isn't that the premise for Running Man?
Is it? I don't know if that's the whole premise for the movie. I mean, or for the book. I haven't read the book.
But I think the premise for Running Man is that they picked him. Cause there's a lottery and his number
it's like
came
a
up.
lottery.
Yeah. So
And
he's
then-
like, okay, you're going to be hunted now.
Yeah.
Good luck.
It was. I love the movie. I'm sure it didn't age well, but I love the movie. I don't know if you guys have seen Running Man. Logan's Run. What's that?
Logan's Run. Yeah, that's another one.
Logan's Run
Yeah,
is another.
there's like a ton of these dystopian IP about
1976.
about lotteries.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure
I
you
have seen this. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It was huge.
Oh my God! It's like a flashback to see the trailer. Wow. Stomach. You guys can't hear. There's like a deep moaned dog We have a dog over there just moaning like deeply. He's like, he's not invited to the party and he can't understand why. It's very funny. They had a series too. Maybe that's what I've seen. It's on Tubi for free for anyone who can see it for free. You know, we started watching, by the way, while Angela's away. We started watching Traders UK Celebrity. I like it. You know, it's Alan Cumming. He's nominated, by the way.
Oh, he was?
Alan Cumming, yeah, he's nominated.
Sweet.
But which, you know, like, you know, game show hosts or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they have like talk show hosts nominated, and it's like there aren't any others. Everyone that's nominated is the only ones there are, and including posthumously.
They're gonna
not him,
they're
but
gonna
his
snub
show.
your nomination for talking like this.
This isn't a talk show.
It's not.
I don't think so. I guess it is. We talk a lot.
I don't think that Alan Cumming, Traders isn't a talk show either. It's one of those competition
No,
shows. Right?
that's right. That's a game show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they have talk show hosts.
The Amazing Race
Best
was
talk show host.
The Amazing Race
Jimmy
was.
Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel.
Sorry,
You know, your mom. What? What?
that was my bad.
You're bad. Well, go ahead. It's so important.
The Amazing Race was snubbed.
Oh, wow.
Didn't get any nominations this year. I saw in an article. I was like, who gives a
They're
fuck?
like, no. Well, you know, Jeff Probst, he gets nominated every year.
Oh, but Connor's Story. Remember you said that the last season of Saturday Night Live that you thought that Connor Story's episode was the best? He got nominated.
100% it was.
Yeah. He got an Emmy nomination for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's extremely well founded. If you can watch that episode of Saturday Night Live and you haven't, you should. It's a great episode. He's so good.
But isn't it weird that Heated Rivalry was like the biggest shit ever and it didn't get any nominations?
No, I mean, first of all, look, what did we watch of it? We didn't finish it, and we should, but we didn't. We just got to get back in the mood for gay sex. Is you know, watching gay sex, gay porn.
Yeah.
I'm just not in the mood. Anyway, he what was I saying about
It is
that?
the biggest show ever though. Like I started
But anyway, when
I
you-
joined a
yeah.
Discord of like random people in my town with like, you know, whatever special interest. I'm not going to be specific. It doesn't matter. But they were
It's really
but-
shady. It's really shady.
but the conversation had nothing to do with it, and they all of them, everybody except for me, started talking about how wonderful and amazing Heated Rivalry was. And I was like, wow, I'm really like,
Well, I've told you this.
I'm like in such the minority that I didn't think that show was that great, but it's like it is such like a ubiquitously beloved show, and I can't believe it didn't get nominated for anything for that.
Well, I've told you this. It's because we watched the first, I think, 3 episodes, and it's not very well. The second episode, maybe it was the third episode. I don't remember. One of the episodes was bad, straight up bad.
Yeah, I thought so.
And it was like a long episode, whatever. And but the first ones were good. I mean, there was a lot of sex and whatever else, and so it's very spicy, but it was well acted and it was very believable. I liked it. It was enjoyable. I mean, I was enjoying the show. But the second, I think it was the second, maybe we only watched 2. I don't even remember. But the bottom line is that
We specifically didn't
what
like
I heard is
what?
that our man, what's his name?
Connor's Story.
Connor Story, he is like the centerpiece of a full episode. There's no gay sex, there's no nothing. And he is like apparently amazing. Like it's just an utterly incredible performance.
I was
So it is. So if there's anything strange about it, it would be that he didn't get acknowledged for it.
right.
But the content, the show is not family friendly and even remotely family friendly.
Yeah, but do Emmys have to be family
There's also
friendly?
no White Lotus.
Oh.
Not a single thing.
But did they get snubbed, or is there a reason?
No writing.
Did that come out last year?
Yeah, that was the.
It
right?
was supposed to be this year's Emmys. Weird.
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know
Maybe-
how this works. But I remember that the reason why we stopped watching Heated Rivalry is because we hated that second storyline. The one about
Yeah, I
like
didn't like it. Yeah,
the gay barista who starts dating the hockey player, and
Right.
the hockey player is not out yet.
No, it was like dramatizing Schitt's Creek. The Daniel
Without the
Levy-
jokes.
The Daniel Levy storyline.
I was like, I can't care about these people.
It's very funny. Well, anyway, I want to finish Heated Rivalry. You know, Eventually, at some point.
We'll watch it tonight.
No.
See, that's what happens. That's why we haven't seen
right.
it.
Well, after the live, I'm going to watch the rest of the ball game, for sure.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe pop up some popcorn, see what happens. You know, with the wind. I'm going with the wind. Do I have anything else for you guys that it is kind of slow these days? Unless you're talking about Donald Trump, then it's never ending.
Are you very surprised that something super explosive didn't happen with this astrology? Do you think astrology is probably fake?
It might be fake.
It's probably fake.
Listen,
Because it was extremely explosive astrological transits this last weekend.
Again, it's conditions, and sometimes circumstances don't necessarily line up well with conditions in terms of, and this is a 2-year conjunction. It's not some kind of crazy rare thing. It wasn't since 1947 that Gemini, it all happened in Gemini.
There's going to be 3 more.
In Gemini?
Yeah, maybe 4 with a retrograde or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Exactly. So this is the beginning of a cycle.
Right.
That's the other thing. That's the important thing, actually, because with these outer planets, they often are representative of like more longer cycle stuff. They can bring abruptness, but
Happiness in Your
oftentimes
Life has a recommendation for us.
Who does?
Happiness in Your Life.
What is it?
Have you seen the Burt Reynolds movie, The Last Movie Star? It's free on YouTube. It came out in like 2017. It was his last movie. I watched it today. I thought it was so good.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I'll check that out.
You want to watch it? Old Burt Reynolds?
It's not an old Burt Reynolds, yeah.
No, he's an old Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. I still am amazed to this day how much he hated
Me too.
Boogie Nights.
I know. It really reflects badly
and that
on
if he
him.
understood that was the kind of movie that they were making, he would not have signed up for it.
Yeah, like
and he got Oscar nominated for it.
It's just really interesting to think about, like, oh, he has this like really old-fashioned taste, instead of recognizing that this is a really daring and great thing that he could be doing for his career. And it was. Everybody loved it. It's just really amazing.
What was that? What was that called?
The Last Movie Star.
The Last Movie Star. Yeah, I want to see that. It's kind of a sad thing. The Last Movie Star.
There's going to be one.
A Last Movie Star?
Yes. Eventually, there's going to be no more movie stars.
Cosmic Urgency is asking if Canadian shows can get nominated. No, they can't. Well,
They can't?
I don't think so. I think, interesting. I wonder. It's a really great question. Let me ask the internet. Can I spell Canadian? Can Canadian shows be nominated for an Emmy? And the internet says, yes, a Canadian show can be nominated for an Emmy, an Emmy, but the path depends on which Emmy you mean. Primetime Emmys, a Canadian show can compete here, but only if it is a financial and creative co-production with U.S. partners.
Oh, that makes sense.
Which any big Canadian shows are. Like Schitt's definitely had
Schitt's Creek?
Co-production. I'm sure CBC had a co-production with whoever. Where do we watch that?
Schitt's Creek?
Yeah.
It's on
Max? HBO
yes,
Max?
I think so.
I think it's on HBO
Fucking
Max.
can't remember.
But anyway, that's one of those places, whatever. Philly's up 1-0. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, fucking Jesus. Wait, you're not supposed to swear when you say that, right?
I think that
No cursing.
he forgives you for your sins, babe.
I've heard. It's a rumor.
What? We had to do this long drive yesterday. Was that yesterday?
Everybody
It was
gets
like
in.
a million years ago. Anyway, we fucking. It was we drove through this
Is
town.
that basically the Canadian filibuster? I mean, the Christian filibuster?
What?
It's like not a filibuster, but it kind of acts like one in that it allows bad things to happen.
What are you talking about? I was trying to tell a story. And
Oh yeah, you should.
No, but I'm curious now. What the hell you're talking about?
I was just talking about how. Never mind. Seriously, let's not even bother.
I was trying to recall the joke that you made, where we were driving through a town called Carl.
Carl.
It was Carl, Georgia.
Yeah.
And all of their signs, they on the, You drive past, it's like tiny little main street, right? And you drive past their town hall.
Yeah.
And it says on the town hall, it says Town of Carl.
Yeah.
Because they can't just say Carl on it because people might be confused.
Welcome to Carl.
It just looks like Carl's house, and he's like
Yeah.
really into his name.
Yeah, where's Carl then?
He's really into labels. But everything is called Carl in that town.
It's really funny.
And I don't know when you made a joke about what if Jesus's name was Carl or something. How did you come up with
God save Carl, or no, in Carl's name.
in Carl we trust?
In Carl we trust. Yeah.
And it just doesn't hit the same. Our Carl and Savior.
our Lord and Savior Carl. He'd still be the Lord and Savior.
It's just a really funny name for a town, and I don't know why. It just made me giggle so much.
It's the best name for a town ever.
It's so stupid.
Like if you're gonna write a small town comedy,
Yeah.
setting it in Carl isn't a bad idea. Especially because like people like especially if you gotta like it's like Shits. You know how what's his name is with the Shits family.
Roland Shits. Roland Shit.
Rolling Shits.
I just, I don't know why. It's just like
Or rolling shit. Yeah.
normal names, like extremely aggressively normal names are always super funny to me. Like I always thought it would be really funny to have a band name and then band's name was Darren.
That'd be
I don't
great.
know why that just cracks me
It's
up.
funny. It's funny.
Like if you have a big stadium show and they announce,
It's better than Steely Dan.
yeah, that's stupid too. Anyway,
As a name goes, is what I'm saying. Well, that's so interesting that a Canadian show can be nominated. Ah, look at that. What's that? We were friends, huh? Partners, maybe, even. 2-0 Phillies.
oh, word. Delicate said that in the sky on the night of the wedding in New York City. Apparently, NASA took pictures of two galaxies forming a heart. I'm sure that they had those pictures and then they just like publicized them
It
out.
certainly didn't just happen.
It didn't just happen.
No.
It wasn't like they discovered all of
No.
a sudden. But I think that's really sweet that NASA participated in like the biggest. It's like we don't have a royal wedding. I think that was basically like the most of a royal wedding that the United States gets to have.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I definitely was not excited about it. Like I kept forgetting that it was happening. You know? Because like I'm happy for her, but like like I treat that the same way I might like a friend or, you know.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, you know, that I'm not, you know, like a more acquaintance.
Yeah,
You'd be
like
oh, good, congrats, best wishes.
where you're so glad you didn't get invited because oh my God, what a hassle.
Yeah, and like, what do I get? Do I get a brawn one, or do I get I'm trying to figure out this stupid gift.
I have been very fortunate that I've been not a close enough friend during the marriage years. I never got invited to any weddings
Didn't you,
because I would have just declined them anyway because I don't want to fucking go to a wedding.
dude? When I was when people were like when I was a prospective winner in life, I was getting best man
You
shit
were?
and like from people I barely knew.
But did you have to decline them or did you do it?
I did one.
Was it a hassle?
Oh my god.
You know what I
I
mean?
didn't even know. I knew nobody. And the guy put me in there because I made a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, so he could tell all of his friends that you know. And I knew that was happening.
That's weird.
And it's like weird because I'm obviously no celebrity. Stupidest thing ever. Yeah, and I felt stupid.
So what are your responsibilities?
And this guy was from Minnesota, and I said y'all, and his parents like laughed in my face because they know I'm from Winnipeg, and Winnipeg and Minnesotans have, believe it or not, similar accents and sensibilities.
Yeah.
They live in a very
But why'd you
common
say y'all?
space. And I said y'all at some point. I don't know because we don't even say that in LA. But I said y'all. I said like something like, you know, so where'd y'all meet or some stupid shit like that. And they know I'm from Winnipeg. And they laughed in my face. But not in that way where you're like, oh, you're so funny. They laughed in my face like I was a fake asshole from Hollywood or something.
What?
Like if I felt so, yeah.
Because it would be
Because I said y'all. And admittedly, I don't know why I said that. But I am.
but who cares?
Well, I'm very, and you know this about me, I'm very mimicky.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm around a bunch of Irish people, I'm going to start saying Irish shit.
Oh my God, I know. I was married to a guy from England, right? And it rubbed off on me. Like
Yeah.
everybody made fun of Madonna for taking on an English accent, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
When you live in England and your husband is English. Like she was married to Guy Ritchie at the time. I was like, so she's not being eccentric. She's just like vibing. It's just what happens.
So anyway, whatever. I felt stupid. I was like, okay, I'm stupid. I called you y'all. Yes, I'm a big fake loser.
Well, I'm so surprised that it wasn't like a laughing with you type thing, because it is a really, you could have just been funny instead of them being like ridiculing you. You sure you didn't take it wrong?
I mean, I don't want to psychoanalyze the moment, but no, I felt like it was very obvious. Like, I think part of it was, why the fuck is he here? Like, there was that was already in the whole mix, because why was I there? Like, this guy and I, like, we knew each other, you know, he was at the time the boyfriend to a friend of my wife. And I just saw him because she would come over and he'd come with, and hey, Scott, hey, Dale. It was like that relationship. Like, we didn't have poker night. You know what I mean?
The people who were like rigid and like cold with strangers in that enter in their friend group.
Yeah.
Like, why is he here type people?
Yeah.
There's like a very special kind of like.
It's like Paul Rudd in I Love You, Man.
There's a very special kind of like disgust that I feel about that scenario. Because here's the way I feel about it. You only have a few chances in your life to actually like get to meet people where you're in a safe space with all of your friends. So if somebody brings like a strangeling, right, into your fucking group, like, it's a huge win for you, because you get to find out what's up with this new person and meet a new person and be welcoming and cool and like everything's fine. But you're also in this like padded safety of all of your friends. So if anybody ever, this is so weird that this happens, because if anybody ever is like cold to the newcomer, I always feel like that reflects really, really fucking badly on them.
Well,
like,
yeah.
what do you mean you want to have like an insulated party where nobody new shows up? Like, you're not interested in meeting a new person? Like, that definitely says much more about them and how like they're afraid of, like, what is the hang up? Why would you not want to be like, oh, hey, you're a friend of a friend? Come on in.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so strange to me. I've never understood it. There's this viral video of this lady who is sobbing because she is new in her town and she got invited by one person to another person's house, and everybody in the whole house was like humiliating her for showing up where she wasn't invited. But she was brought as like a +1 from one of these other ladies. And it's just so sad that she's like sobbing. It's like it changed her confidence about, like, ruined her confidence about making any friends in this new town. And they all have like kids that are the same age that are supposed to hang out together. And she was just being so singled out and like bullied by these other adults. And I just don't understand how people don't see that as like an unbelievably antisocial, like what fucking cretins are these people? You know, I just would never, I can't imagine it.
By the way, out of the blue.
Yeah.
But Rob Reiner got nominated
Oh no. For what?
posthumously for Bear.
He was in The Bear?
Yeah.
Oh, what did he do?
If you're nominated with Rob Reiner, right? What do you do? How do you process that? Are you like,
Well, you'd change your speech
I
to
hope
mention
he
him.
wins? Or are you like, he doesn't even know?
You don't hope he wins, no, because, you know.
So you're hoping the dead guy loses?
Yeah, absolutely. 'Cause
Holy fuck, what an uncomfortable.
what's it to him?
It's almost like a shitty thing to do to the rest of the nominees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
like,
think
I
so,
mean,
too.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve it, or anything like that. I didn't see the performance. I love Rob Reiner, massive fan of him. So terribly sad what happened to him, and all of that. Very important. All those important disclaimers. But like, if you're nominated with Rob Reiner, are you like, well, fuck? Like if you win, if you beat Rob, like, it's just all bad. Like, if you first of all, you're nominated with the dead guy, which is weird and uncomfortable. Then if you beat him, you know, you're like, oh fuck, I beat the dead guy. Like,
I know. Michael J. Fox is nominated. The category is Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy Series.
Yeah.
So is that a new category? I've never heard of that before. Michael J. Fox and Brett Goldstein are both nominated for the comedy show Shrinking.
yeah,
Widow's Bay has Hamish Linklater, and I think that guy plays the the founder of the town in like the
guy from Jaws who wants to keep everything open.
no, I'm talking
Same
about
character type.
no, I'm talking about the guy Hamish Linklater. I think is the guy who is
Oh, is he the guy who's warning everyone?
like way back in time.
Yeah.
And then he's immortal.
Oh yeah.
That's a spoiler. I was trying not to
Fuck,
spoil.
dude.
Christopher McDonald for Hacks, and Connor Story for Saturday Night Live, and Rob Reiner for The Bear.
So, I didn't even know that. I didn't realize that Connor Story was in that. So if Connor Story wins, he's going to be like, ah.
He'll be like, Michael J. Fox, sorry.
Cosmic Machine is asking why Burt Reynolds didn't want to work on the film or what he thought it was going to be. What he said was...
Yeah, what did he think it was going to be?
Yeah. So
is like a good question. Burt Reynolds, like...
So somebody posted on Facebook something like, Burt Reynolds disliked working on Boogie Nights because of a bitter clash with the then 26-year-old director Paul Thomas Anderson. Reynolds thought the subject matter of the adult film industry was humiliating and deeply uncomfortable. The two frequently fought on set, with Reynolds even attempting to punch the director.
What a
Reynolds
fucking head
was
case, dude.
yeah, he had a career slowed down. Anderson was a young rising director. Reynolds felt Anderson lacked respect for him. The older actor was frustrated that Anderson refused to let him improvise or go off script. Reynolds also hated that the young director dictated how he should act. And then he got nominated for an Oscar. Reynolds initially turned down the role 7 times.
Yeah, but his agent was like, do you want to have an agent or do you not want to have an agent?
Reynolds
You're
hated
going to
the
do
film.
it, bud.
Reynolds hated the film so much that after seeing a rough cut, he fired his agent for recommending it. Despite his intense dislike for the production process, Reynolds delivered a critically acclaimed performance. It earned him his first and only Academy Award nomination.
Are you serious?
For Best Supporting Actor.
I'm a fucking bonehead. This is the thing. This is such a great life lesson. Why are you bothering being pissed about shit? I love
He was such an old school dude, though. You know what I mean?
I know, but it
Like,
reminds me of
he hung out with Brando or some shit. You know?
it reminds me of Brian Cox's saying in that everything reminds me of what Brian Cox said in that interview when he was being asked about Jeremy Strong's method acting.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I don't fucking care about any of this shit, bro. He's like, I am too old, too talented, and too rich to give a shit about any of this
I
stuff.
love that. Yeah.
Like, why couldn't Burt Reynolds have that same attitude where he's like, I'll show up and be fucking awesome, and then I'll go home and fucking forget about it. Like I'm like a legend. I don't care.
I can see the
You know?
situation as that whole like age dynamic where I'm gonna have this little fucking greenhorn pissant who's made one fucking picture.
You know what I mean, though? But you don't have to be pissed about it. You could just be like, okay, I guess that's the situation I'm in.
Yeah, you
But
also
I'm
have
a
to. You also have
professional,
to. Yeah,
and so I don't care.
you have to take responsibility for your free will decision that you made to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Like Paul Thomas Anderson didn't force you to come to set.
That's right.
You know, your agent, whom he fired later, is the responsible party. So yeah, whatever.
Just seems like a very unnecessary case of like, maybe you should just water off a duck's back with all this shit. Fucking
yeah, life is
Reynolds.
short. It's terribly, 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 terribly short. Our Archival Raccoon has arrived.
Oh, wonderful.
She came in a little late, but she's very glad to be here. I can tell. Telepathic. Anyway, it's an interesting story. Anyway, that whole fucking stupid dispute.
Yo, are you going to change the name of this thing?
What?
This thing.
We're not talking about that right now. We might.
Dale's talking about making some changes.
Yes,
I don't know why you're keeping everybody in the dark.
Because it's not time to talk about it yet, Angela. Don't force the matter.
I'm excited about a rebrand.
Yeah, we're thinking about rebranding.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the reason is because you said it perfectly. You were like, I want to talk about cryptids. What's too real about cryptids?
If I want to talk about UFOs and Bigfoot, which I always do,
Yeah.
I can't exactly do that on a podcast called Too Real. Come on.
We're also doing like little sciencey stories, which are really
Yeah,
fun.
and like astrology, like that's not too real.
I mean, we're definitely more like a Joe Rogan experience than we are like, I don't want to be, and I have no desire to be involved in a show that like I don't want to be a Hollywood gossip show. I don't want to be Andy Signor. I want to be, I just want to talk shit about whatever I want to talk shit about.
Yep. Cryptids.
So we're talking about rebranding this. We're talking about going through a bunch of changes. We actually, people don't know this, but we actually do have an executive producer of this show. And I haven't talked to him about this. That's why you're not supposed to say shit.
Okay, but it's not a secret either.
Do you know what happened to me? I just about did, you know who Carol O'Connor is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just about did it. Like I just did a little Carol O'Connor. He did like, he had this like thing when he was doing All in the Family,
Yeah.
And just the other day, how you like you fall down like crazy rabbit holes.
Yes.
I fell down
all the fucking time.
O'Connor, and I knew this one Carroll O'Connor, if you don't know who he was a famed TV actor and he did some film as well. But he was most famous for All in the Family, which was a hilarious, you know, sitcom, I guess you could say, or whatever, in from the 70s. And he was also involved in another show based on the book and the hit movie In the Heat of the Night, where he played the white cop. And and anyway, I fell down this fucking rabbit hole. So I don't know why I thought about him and whatever. I ended up on his page, and I found out that he had a son. Who's I gotta remember his name now. His son's name is starts with a C. Anyway, he had this son, whom he adopted, and he named him after his brother, who passed away young from a car accident. So his brother died. We'll say
He
Colin.
lost his brother when he was young. And then when he grew up and had a son, he gave him his brother's name.
Yeah, it was an adopted son, but he gave him his brother's name to honor that life and that short life. And it was a way of extending his life in a symbolic way. And then when that kid turned 32 years old, he called Carroll O'Connor on the phone and said, I can't get past this addiction. There's nothing I can do to get out of this problem I'm in. I'm going to kill myself right now. And I just wanted to call and say goodbye. And then he hung up on him. That's the sum and substance of the conversation.
Oh my God.
Carroll O'Connor picked up the phone, called the police. They raced to his son's residence where they found the body, and which suffered from a single gunshot wound to the head.
That's fucked up.
Unfucking believable.
So he had to mourn the same name family member twice.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
The same exact thing happened to one of the victims of the Green River Killer. I'm reading the Anne Rule book on the Green River Killer, and her book is very, very descriptive of all of the victims. The Green River Killer, Gary Ridgway, he was caught. He's in prison, but he's America's most prolific serial killer. They know of 50 victims.
Yeah,
it's fucking insane.
No, they think it's into the triple
but they
digits.
think he's got way more because there was a time where he was burying the bodies. They don't think they'll ever find them.
Yeah.
Anyway. One of the victims was named after the father's deceased sister. The father's sister had been murdered. And then when he had a baby, he gave the baby his sister's name, and then she was murdered.
Wow.
I know. It's really fucking
it's just
weird.
Weird, man. That's just like to have to deal with that. Ugh. As soon as I saw that he's like, which did he do? Like, what was it? Like, does he feel that he cursed his? It's just the most bizarre, wildest thing. He ended up being an advocate for, drug awareness and for people, trying to help people on drugs and help people with family members who have people on drugs or who have addiction problems, I should say.
Do you think
we're all on drugs, aren't we?
Do you think that names can be cursed?
Well, oof.
Or like, if not cursed, because that's negative.
A terrible coincidence it could be.
Then maybe like names could have an associated like story that has to play out in the person's life.
It's so weird, man. This is the part of like the whole consciousness thing that I just am so fascinated by, and why I'm studying all this like divinatory stuff and have been for so long, is because I have a fascination with the concept that we're shaping our lives with thought purely.
Yeah.
Like,
that's weird.
Like that we can think things into, that we can, and it's beyond just manifestation. This idea like, oh, I see myself in a black Cadillac. I see myself in a black cat. Like, it's not that. It's far more, I don't know how to put it, but it's, far more metaphysical than that. It's not just some fucking Candyman shit. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it is.
Happiness says, yeah, Carroll Connor's son, he was on the cop show. That's right. He was on the show with his dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's horrible, man.
But the horror of like, I don't know what you're thinking, like, cause it sounds like he loved his dad and he admired him, but I don't know. I mean, no one can know their relationship with them, but to call him up, like what kind of torment was that?
Well, he wanted to say goodbye. I mean, if you're leaving the party.
Yeah,
You're
but
gonna say
like
goodbye.
he told him he's going to shoot himself in the head. Like it's one thing to call up your dad and be like, "Hey," like we hear these terrible stories of like "Hey, hey, I wasn't expecting you." Yeah, well, I just wanted to say that I love you, and I'm always thinking about you. Oh, okay. You want a hug? Yeah, let's have a hug. And then they have a hug, and then that person goes home and kills himself. They don't fucking go through all that and be like, by the way, I'm gonna go hang myself right now. I'll see you. You know what I mean? Like there's a cruelty to that. That maybe wasn't intentional, but as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, like was that a? Because I had this neighbor in
Yes.
New
This
Jersey.
is the craziest story.
He killed himself, and when he killed
He
himself,
deliberately tormented his family.
his whole family. He had been arguing with his son about coming into the house through the garage door.
He was
Right?
like, "How many times do I have to tell you? Do not come into the house through the garage
Right.
door."
And so and he had obviously some kind of relationship with his wife that wasn't very good. This guy was literally 2 doors down from me. And so he killed himself with carbon monoxide poisoning in the garage, knowing that his son would come home and discover him
Yeah.
on his wife's birthday.
It's just so vindictive.
Oh my God.
It's like, bro, maybe like men will do this instead of go to therapy. Like, dude, like it doesn't have to be like this. Like that is such a fucking bonkers choice.
So wild.
To like have the last word in an argument basically is
Like
what he
that?
was thinking of. It's just so I hope that
I'll tell you that.
I hope
that-
his family is able to heal because of how obviously
sure, of course.
fucking toxic that. Like,
No. I mean, it was.
Oh my
it was-
God.
It was a really weird moment, and I don't.
So that just happened in your neighborhood?
Yeah, my neighborhood was like the weirdest thing because that happened. We had two like prominent suicides within like a couple of weeks. Another guy
Fucking suburbs, dude.
took his
It
life
makes people sick.
hanging in a park. Hung himself in a child's park in a park.
What?
Fucking, yeah. And fucking with
This is a very downer
play
subject,
structures.
by the
and-
way.
I think the guy who did it with his wife is like you get in these positions. Some people get in these positions in life where there's just no way out.
Yeah, but they could just leave. You know what I mean?
They can't. They like add it up. This is where capitalism gets really fucking bonkers because you're sitting there like, nah, I gotta still pay for this house. I gotta still pay
No,
for
I know, but here's I have a superstition.
this education.
I have a superstition about the impulse to suicide. I believe that this, and I'm obviously not educated about any of these topics, so I'm just saying that's like a superstitious idea. I think that what's happening is that you feel pulled to make a drastic change because obviously shit isn't working and you're miserable and everything's awful. And so your psyche is telling you, make a drastic change, make a drastic change. But the only way that you can logically interpret that, because these are just like feelings and images and symbols that are just like bubbling up from your subconscious. The only way that you're logically understanding that is I need to make a drastic change. And the only way that you can think about that is like the big change, right? I'm going to make a big transition. I'm going to end this life. And that's all you think about because that's the only thing that's perceptible to you. But what I think your psyche
Highly
is trying to
possible.
actually tell you is that you need to end this life and continue and rebuild and create a new one. Because obviously that's what needs to happen anytime somebody's that depressed, is that they need to like just create a new chapter, put that one in the past, start a new life, like just reinvent yourself, like do something really drastic.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt if there's some of that. I mean, I think that the kinds of conditions that can lead to something as profound as taking your own life can be incredibly varied. I mean, from obviously just deep down horrid depression to guilt to whatever it might be.
But the way that I think about it is like you're being
in some cases,
called
mobility.
to cross a threshold that's very scary.
Yeah.
Like the one that it would take to transition into a different life completely. So like ditching your family and leaving and moving to a new town or like a new country or whatever might be what your psyche's trying to get you to do. But because you don't understand that, instead you're going to like hang yourself in your garage and like completely end it. Because you know that you don't want to be in that family or that situation anymore.
A terribly or profoundly persuasive thing. Your thoughts can be profoundly persuasive. And I think you can get yourself into loops having survived, what I believe to be life-threatening depression. And I still suffer from fragments of this sort of looping of like the wrong, the bad, the ugly, the misfortune, the sadness, the the bad luck, the whatever it might be. And it's just on a loop, a ticker,
Yeah, so I feel like it's like a fire hose of subliminal messaging into your brain, right? From your subconscious, and you're struggling to figure out what that means, and so that's why you ruminate and it causes these loops and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think what people interpret as a call to a big finality is really a call to a big change. I don't know, man. I just feel like everybody who's ever been like, okay, I left that whole thing behind. I was suicidal. Now I'm not, because I've got this new beginning. And even if it's difficult, they're like, okay, well, let's start a new path. I just feel like that's what's being asked of all of these people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it just feels like that story about your neighbor, man, is the craziest. I've never heard of anybody be so fucking vindictive with that choice. Like, to just decide to punish people.
So the wildest, truly. All right, you guys. Well, listen, I know that, the news cycle is not as, I don't know, exciting as can be.
And it might be best if the news starts doing something, so we stop talking about depressing shit like this.
Well, I mean, look, I don't mind that. Listen, that's what I think. That's why I kind of want to, like, when we talk about rebranding the show, is like I want to have the freedom to talk whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah.
And not feel like it's got to like correspond with something or for something specific. And hopefully, eventually, the idea is that we're going to have, enough time to do some editing so that we can like sort of, because I think what we're doing, sort of whatever, maybe not so well, is that we're just expecting live audiences to come and watch us. And I think that the best thing we can do is actually produce some videos. And I think we need to kind of rebrand to do that. But we'll see what happens. It's all in the works. We're figuring it all out, going through the madness and the energy and the craziness of this life, man.
It's a perfect time for it.
Yeah, it would be. You're right. All right, guys, we'll see you on Friday, right? We'll be here Friday.
Yep.
Again, apologize for the inconsistencies in our showing up. And like I said, through the summer, that might be more common than normal just because we're working harder. Summer's kind of where our busy times in our gig work. So that might interfere with us getting lives up occasionally. And sometimes it's like totally short notice. Like we'll find out, the afternoon of while we're prepping the live, you know what I mean? Because we do prep these things, believe it or not. All right. You guys are wonderful. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's good to see you coming around again. Cosmic Energy, you were missed. So good to see you. And everybody else, man, we hope to see you again on Friday as well.